Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today I'm just going to talk about 5 collectibles that are coming out that I'm really excited for to add to my collection. Just 5 different things that have been announced that we know are coming that I'm super fired up about. And I'm going to start off with the one that's just made my day. News came out at San Diego Comic-Con and I've been over the moon ever since, and that is the Super 7 Vac Metal Silverhawks. I love Silverhawks. I love the cartoon, even if it hasn't aged the best in the world. But I loved the toys. I actually have a bunch of the vintage toys. They're put up right now, but sometimes I display them. So when Super 7 announced they were going to be doing Silverhawks, I really wanted the bling bling, the chrome, the Vac Metal Silverhawks, and instead we got the more animated style, even though it doesn't really match that either, Silverhawks. Now, I know the animated ones didn't come out the way Brian Flynn originally wanted, with the kind of pearlescent paint, simply because of inflation and pandemic and yada, yada, yada. But I still found the animation ones lacking, especially the Quicksilver. It just looks boring in this dull gray, whereas the Steel Heart and Steel Wheel looked, I wasn't really impressed overall. I found the Monstar, the armored Monstar, disappointing too, as he's way too many different shades of red that don't match the animation for me. So I decided to pass on them. I am that kind of person. I'm not going to pay that kind of money for something I'm just on, as much as I love Silverhawks. And I'm really glad I passed, because seeing the pictures and the videos of the bling bling Vac Metal, Quicksilver, and Steelheart have me over the moon. I am so fired up. That is what I've wanted for so long, to have a more modern take on the Kenner Toys Silverhawk, because I love how blingy they look. I love that chrome look. I know you'll have to be careful with them or they'll crack. I know I will need freaking gloves on or they'll get fingerprints. I'm aware of all the problems of owning them, but I mostly display my stuff. I don't really play with it much. I pick a pose, and that's kind of the pose they stay in for the most part. So they're gonna make fantastic display pieces. I'm also excited about the toy color villains. I love the green buzzsaw. I love the gold one as well, and I'll probably end up getting the gold one. But I also have the vintage buzzsaw and the vintage Monstar toys, and I love the fact that vintage Monstar is more one solid red. I personally think it's a little darker than it should be for the toy Monstar, and I don't like the yellow mouth, but that fits with the yellow teeth, but that fits with the vintage toy. And I do like the fact it's at least more of a uniformed red on him, so I'll probably be getting the toy variant of Monstar, even if I am frustrated as it doesn't come with as many accessories like the blast shooting out of the eyes. Highly frustrating. But I love the green buzzsaw as well, so I'll definitely be getting that, and I will definitely be in for all of the Vac Metal Silverhawks. I am super over the moon that Super 7 is doing that, even if it's going to take them like 10 years to come out at the rate they're going. The next thing on the list is some of the Masterverse stuff that He-Man is doing. Their Masterverse line is really getting better and better and better. I didn't care much for it at first, because it was mostly Revelation figures, which I didn't mind the Revelation cartoon, but the figures didn't really impress me. But they've really branched out, and I love the stuff they're doing with the new Eternia subline in it. Specifically, I really want the Man-at-Arms and the Mechanic. The Man-at-Arms just looks cool, and I have a strong fondness for Mechanic. Mechanic's just kind of one of my favorite side characters in Masters of the Universe. I guess I always liked his color scheme. Plus, I had the vintage toy at a very young age, and I still have a vintage Mechanic. I have a Classics Mechanic. Actually, my Classics Mechanic's right up here. I haven't gotten the Origins one yet, just because I'm waiting for the Ground Ripper pack that he's in to go more on clearance, because I think it will. But I love Mechanic a lot, and so I really want to get that Masterverse one. He looks really good. Same thing with the Man-at-Arms. And then there are one or two that I can't think of at the moment that I'm really fired up about. But I really like what Masterverse is doing, like last year and this year with some of the figures. I just got the Masterverse Faker and the Masterverse New Adventure Skeletor. And I really feel like that line's coming into its own, which really impresses me. Next on the list is the Super 7 Thundercat figures that are up for pre-order. I've been very much enjoying the Super 7 Thundercats line. It's nice to see Thundercats getting some love. I also enjoy the LJN variants they're doing with the toy colors. I have my LJN Lion-O right over there. But all of the waves that have been announced, I'm really fired up about. I'm really looking forward to getting some Lunatics for the first time in toy form. Getting Rotaro. I love Rotaro because I love the vintage Rotaro toys so much. I have an attachment to that one from my childhood, so I'm really happy to be getting Rotaro in. It's nice to be getting Willa in figure form for the first time. So I'm really looking forward to fleshing out my Super 7 Thundercats line more because I absolutely love that. Thundercats was my favorite cartoon as a kid, so I'm really looking forward to adding more to that. They got a couple of them that are released I still need to pick up, like the LJN, Mum-Ra, and Monkeyin, which I'm looking forward to. But I'm really fired up about the Super 7 Thundercats stuff. Not really as interested in the Cat's Lair. I would have much rather them done a Mum-Ra's Tomb. But figure-wise, I'm super excited. Even if every time they announce updates on shipping, these things seem to get delayed further out. That's the most frustrating thing about Super 7 is the long wait to get stuff, which gets longer and longer and longer. Next on the list, going back to Masters of the Universe, is the Origins figures, especially some of the Snake Men. I do collect the Origins line as well. I've got them displayed with my Classics Castle Grayskull because that's a really nice scale. I haven't had a chance to pick up really any of the Snake Men. I have King Hiss. That's about it. Now, some of the Origin Snake Men I don't care for, like Rattler and Tongue Lasher, because they're missing their action features, which frustrates me, but I've got a vintage Tongue Lasher and Rattler there. Although I still may pick up an Origins Rattler as well. I do want the Snake Face. I do want the Squeeze, because I like the Snake Men. I like the fact they're unique sculpts. They're not just a reuse of parts like so much of Masters is. I love the fact that in the vintage line, they were very much unique sculpts. I enjoyed their action features. So I do want to get some of them in the Origins lines, and there's a handful more figures I'd like to pick up. I still haven't picked up, my mind's kind of blanking on me at the moment. But I'm really excited about the Rockin' coming. I'm sure we'll get Stone Dar as well because I love Stone Dar and Rockin'. So I'm looking forward to them coming out, possibly Extendar as well because I absolutely love Extendar and he's been announced. So definitely more Origins figures I'm looking forward to adding to my set over here. I did manage to get a Roton recently that had a clearance down to $5. So I picked a Roton up. Looking forward to seeing if they do any more vehicles in the line. Don't really care for the cartoon turn Origins is taking. I'll probably get the cartoon He-Man and the cartoon Skeletor, and that'll probably be it on that. I much prefer getting the vintage toy line inspired Origins figures myself. And last on the list is the Mondo Skeletor, the deluxe Skeletor they've just put out, which has the regular armor, the battle armor, and the Dragon Blast armor. I do have that pre-ordered, even though I know it won't be out until probably next year. I am super excited about it, looking forward to getting it in. The pictures of it look great. Love all the different heads you can put on it. It comes with the Terra Claws. So I have that pre-ordered. That's coming. It'll go well with my Mondo Deluxe He-Man, which I have right there. I've got him in his Thunder Punch armor because he looks the best in his Thunder Punch armor. The Skeletor I'll probably display in his regular armor because I just think he looks the best in his regular armor, probably with his cape and his plastic hood. We'll see. I'll tinker around with it when we eventually get it, but I tend to love Skeletor figures. Skeletor and Fakor are pretty much my two favorite characters in Masters. They have my favorite figures in Masters. So I'm really looking forward to getting that deluxe Skeletor in at some point. So those are 5 collector's items that we know are coming that I am super interested in and really looking forward to. I'd like to know what you think of these items and 5 collector's items you're excited about. Comment down below and let me know. Other things to do, don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me out and I certainly appreciate it. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me on that. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Finn Perkins. I appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. I have a P.O. box as well if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review, and a link to my Amazon wish list is also down there. Most importantly, thank you for watching.